Recently, I've been shooting the Delta 3200 ISO film at 200 ISO. Now, I've done this because I don't actually have ND filters for those particular lenses, and I really wanted to shoot outdoors in the really bright sunny days. Now, the problem with this film for me is that unless it is a contrasty looking day, it just doesn't really work. You have a really grainy image with no deep shadows or really bright highlights. For the first roll, I was shooting on a K1000, and for my second roll, I was shooting on the Pentax MX. For the first roll I developed, I used Kodak D76. Now, the temperature was 17 degrees when I developed it, so I developed it for a little bit longer. So 200 ISO, 17 degrees, it's around about 9.5 minutes. It was a 1:1 ratio, so 200 mils of water, 200 mils of developer. The photos themselves, I'm not particularly happy about, and I don't think they look very fantastic at all. But let's jump to the second one, and then we'll talk about the overall conclusion I have with this film. For the second one, again, I used D76 at a 1:1 ratio, but this time it was 20 degrees. Overall, there's only a couple of photos there that I actually quite like, but most of them I'm a little bit whatever with. I do think it is a good film, but I do think you need those high contrast areas. You need that really bright light and those deep shadows for this film to come alive. Usually when I'm shooting this film, I'm shooting in a dingy, poorly lit pub with a band. And then you get those nice, deep, dark shadows and those brighter highlights. And this film really comes alive at 3200. I've even shot it at 6400, and I feel like the results are really good. When it comes to developer, I do usually stick to D76, but I feel like this time my D76 is actually quite old, so I've had to chuck it out and I'm gonna make some new ones up. Anyway,